was nice. That was nice.
Paul Schaefer!
Welcome to This Better Be Good. I'm Mike Logan.
I'm Gerrit Elzinga.
You all know that already. Stu McAllister's got the six... What is it called? The six-member mafia?
$6 Million Man?
The six-member mafia. That's what he calls his followers on his podcast.
Oh, that's weird.
Even though he's got over 100 followers.
I mean, yeah.
And we have 6 members on it.
We do!
6.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. 6 people. Hi, 6 people.
Rapid expansion.
Now get 6 more. 6 more. You just turn it into Amway.
Yeah,
and then
the Panhandle Panhandle.
Hell yeah. I was going for 666, but I don't know if that's how it works.
666 is actually the number of...
3 groups of 6.
666 is the number of likes that the Garage Bar Comedy Show has on Facebook.
Oh, don't let anyone else like it, and don't let anyone else leave it.
Okay, so the last podcast, at the end of it, we said we were going to do Death Wish. Both of us were very against even seeing that movie because it's probably going to be real awful. So I decided, we wanted to do Avengers. We talked about that in the podcast. We wanted to do Avengers, but we couldn't because I was going to see it tonight.
Yeah, you fucking asshole. I'm so angry that you're seeing it tonight.
Gerrit has to wait until Saturday to see it with Jackie. So we were like, oh, we can't do it. So then I decided, why don't we just record the before now?
Good idea.
And then Sunday, we'll record the after.
Yeah.
Because we'll both have seen it at that point. And we can't miss the opportunity to do Avengers.
I know. It's going to be good.
This movie's 10 years in the making, guys. 10 years in the making.
Oh, boy.
That's
a lot of years.
You guys are in for a treat today because I have prepared for this podcast.
All right.
I've taken it upon myself to be the guy who does the preparing because I just like doing that kind of stuff.
Cool.
So,
I just know a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I don't really need to prepare.
So let's just dive right in, right? So anybody who doesn't know, we're doing the film Avengers Infinity War. It is the culmination of 10 years of Kevin Feige's experiment of the Marvel MCU.
Good experiment.
It's a very good experiment. I don't think anybody anticipated when Iron Man came out back in 2008.
Yeah.
That there'd be this multi-billion-dollar industry, a subgenre of film created. The cinematic universe idea did not exist.
Did you write all that down too?
I didn't. I just came up with this, actually.
I was just going to make a joke. It'd be like, a good experiment. Avengers equals MC money.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't hate that at all.
I'm gay.
But yeah, the idea of a cinematic universe, a shared universe, was not around. There's always been like fan theories about different movies that are in the same universe, but the idea of building a bunch of different films that all exist in the same universe was...
it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea to print money, is what it is.
But it's also, it's giving a ton of people jobs in the film industry. It's giving a lot of people their start. It's giving people who would never be like, how do you say his name? Taika Waititi.
Yes.
I'm a piece of shit. But he never would have done a big budget film like that. Yeah. Like, he was strictly doing like comedies and smaller films.
Side note, if you haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows,
so good.
See that movie.
But it brings that type of humor and it puts it in the Marvel world, which I think really made that movie great. You know?
Yeah.
It's just giving other people different chances. And I don't know what happened with Edgar Wright and Ant-Man, but it's a big bummer.
It is a bummer.
But Ant-Man was still good.
Ant-Man was good, but I can't help but imagine like the train fight scene was Edgar Wright. Like that was Edgar Wright. Yeah. Now imagine the whole movie with that tone. But that's the problem you run into when you have essentially one person who oversees an entire movie universe.
It's kind of like one person overseeing an entire open mic. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about someone else.
Okay. All right. Before you make enemies.
Me.
Oh, it's right. Same guys. You should do comedy. So, 10 years in the making. We've got, I think, 11 films in the phase 1.
In phase 1.
Well, not phase 1. Not just phase 1. Phase 1. Phase 2.
Yeah. This is the end of phase 3. Right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Phase 4 starts.
Phase 4 starts with
movie. So Ant-Man and the Wasp is phase 4.
Yeah.
But so you've got 11 movies. I should have counted.
I'll count. You keep going. I'll count.
We've got 11 movies that share essentially one thorough line, and the thorough line is the idea of the.
Did you say thorough line or through? It's through line.
Through line. Thorough line.
Through line.
It's the same.
It's not a horse. It's not thoroughbred line. Through line.
Through line. Thorough line.
Through. You're going through.
Hey Google, I don't know how to ask that question.
Is thorough line a word?
Hey Google, is thorough line a word?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's not a word.
Yeah, because it's not.
The through line in all these films is the Infinity Stones. I think they're called stones in the movies, right?
Yeah.
Because in the comics they're called Infinity Gems.
Yep. Someone have a fucking trademark on the word gems?
I think someone does have a trademark on the word
what
Infinity
a Jew.
Gems.
I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Totally kidding.
But the idea is all these films are all connected by the same theme, and the theme is now culminated in the emergence of the villain Thanos. Thanos is a big purple CGI guy played by Cable.
4 different people.
It's played by Josh Brolin every time.
No,
they just change. Yes, it is.
What? That's not true.
They just change his facial animation every time.
They didn't book. They didn't have him.
He did the voice in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Volume 2, and the post-credit scene in Avengers: Age of Ultron.
No, really?
Yeah.
His animation was terrible back then.
Well, I mean, the first time he was pictured was the first Avengers movie, the very end of that. Remember, it was just a side shot of his face? Because
Yeah.
the guy says, to court them is to court death, and then he gets a little smile.
Yeah, I remember
And the
that.
super nerds got a super boner when they saw that in theaters, myself included. But yeah, Josh Brolin has voiced him in every cameo he's done. He also plays Cable
14.
in Deadpool. 14
That's
movies.
what I'm
14
counting.
movies.
But I think it's more than that.
But I think the idea behind the Marvel Cinematic Universe is genius because that's how comic books work anyway. Mm-hmm. Comic books all cross over. They all share the same storylines. They all exist in the same universe. And I feel like it does a disservice to any comic book film before the idea of the MCU to not have that connection. Yeah. Like the original Spider-Man movies never mention any other superheroes, which is weird because, in the universe of Spider-Man, these other superheroes existed.
Yeah.
But they never were mentioned, which is, he lives in New York. You think they would mention
Dude, it's
Iron
way
Man
more
once.
than 14. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Can you pause it so I can actually get the number?
14? I think
it's way
14
more than
seems
14.
right.
Well, because 3... All right, we're back.
We're
Heyo.
back. We found out the number. It is 19 films, including this film,
I had a hunch.
in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that's a lot of movies. It's a big commitment. And I think the idea that it hit in 2008, some of us were just graduating college at that point.
Yeah, some of us were still in high school.
So, I mean, it's definitely shaped a lot of people's lives. Like, you've grown up. Most people get into films when they're, that age, between 18, and that's why the demographic is 18 to 25. It's the best demographic ever, because that's when you get into films.
Yep.
And that's when they struck when the iron was hot. I mean, you got people who...
Pun intended?
Oh, Iron Man was hot.
Yeah, I'd fuck him.
Yeah. And, so yeah, and then you've built this audience over the years, and then you've got some of the movies, like, obviously there's a lot of the movies that are only the hardcore fans are fans of, like Thor: The Dark World.
I hated that one.
Awful movie. But
I hated the first Avenger, Captain America.
I thought it was different. It was a lot slower paced and not as fun as like the other Marvel movies.
Just, the CG really took me out of it. I think Joe Johnston is a terrible director, and he did not do a good movie.
Yeah, well,
not do a good job with that movie.
there was no Winter Soldier, that's for sure. They struck gold when they found the Russo brother.
Yeah, they did. Oh my god, these guys are crushing it.
But then you've got these other movies that are just tentpole films that have transcended genres, like Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
And these are movies that people who don't even like superhero movies are going to see because they're just good movies now.
Yep.
Obviously, Black Panther was helped by the black community coming out in droves to see it, and just the controversy the movie itself created by coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, it got so much attention. People were just like, "Well, I'm not going to go see it." People were like, "Well, we should see this." There's a lot of people who hate this movie.
I can't believe anyone would just not see it because of black people in it. That's so that's such a racist thought.
Yeah,
it's so
racist.
Unfathomable to me.
I would see this fantastic film that's been reviewed favorably, but there's blacks in it.
Is that a thing that black people do, or it's just like, I'm not going to go see this movie?
Well, we never see movies.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a fucking centered, ignorant thought.
Why do you think every Tyler Perry movie is like #1 every weekend?
Yeah, because black people are.
We're like, oh, one for us.
Yeah, which is sad because those are shit.
They're bad movies.
They're really bad.
They're really bad. But yeah, so Avengers: Age of Ultron.
You guys deserve some good movies.
We do. Anything with Chadwick Boseman in it, usually.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day, they were like, what movies are Chadwick Boseman in? And I was like, well, he's in Thurgood, where he plays Thurgood Marshall.
42.
He's in 42, where he plays Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
He's in Get On Up, where he plays James Brown Jr.
Brown.
And then
Not James Brown Jr.
James Brown. Not even mistake like comedian James Brown Jr.
Comedian.
And then they say to me, they're like, so he just plays black people who are dead? I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much his job.
Yeah. Well, I hope Black Panther doesn't die.
Well, Wakanda forever, guys.
Yeah. For the people listening, which is all of you, all 6 of you, Mike just made the hand motion in front of his chest when he said Wakanda forever. It was beautiful.
It's a good
Is Chadwick Boseman going to play you? Please don't die. I can't handle this on my own. Oh my god,
that'd be fantastic. I mean, it wouldn't be fantastic if I died, but like if I became like really famous in the next 3 years and then died, and then Chadwick Boseman played me.
You? Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be great. Somebody kill me in 3 years.
We can make it happen.
All right. Let's get to some talking points because I this week came prepared and have talking points.
All right.
So first, obvious question: how excited are you for this movie?
I'm pretty excited. I'm not like the biggest comic book guy, but I do follow the movies, and I've liked some, I haven't liked some. But when I saw the trailer for this one, I was just like, oh, this is like it gave me all the feels because like I feel like these movies have keep like kind of what you said when you're growing up and you're connecting to these movies. Like that's kind of what it was for me. So. Probably going to lose some characters along the way. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a big bummer, and it's going to be sad, and I'll probably cry my little eyes out. But I'm excited.
Mark Ruffalo said in an interview on Jimmy Kimmel that he cried twice watching it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and Mark Ruffalo is a super sensitive teddy bear. So.
Yeah, I mean, he had a stroke.
He did?
Yeah, that's why his face is all fucked up.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he talks out of the side of his mouth because he had a stroke.
Mouse. He Googled his mouse.
Yes.
I am excited. I am a huge comic book fan. I remember my dad gave me my first.
Awesome. I'm glad.
Fucking Google.
What was she replying to? That you're a huge comic book fan?
She said, "That's awesome. I'm glad." No, my dad handed me an issue of Old Man Logan saga. From when he was in Japan fighting samurais and stuff. When I was like 9 or some crap like that. And I was hooked. Like I just loved comic books ever since then. I loved reading them. I didn't have cable, so like. But I did have cable in my Deadpool comics.
Yay! We both made the same joke in a different way.
Very bad. But so I grew up just loving comics, and then once I started watching the Marvel movies, the first Iron Man I was excited for. A lot of people didn't know who Iron Man was when the first Iron Man came out because he was like a C-list
side
character. Like he was not a big deal. Like he was so under the radar that in the comics they've given him like alcoholism problems. He's been homeless. Like he's just been a character that Stan Lee just experimented with because nobody read those comics.
Yeah.
But Iron Man came out. It served as a euphemism for Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr.'s real lives.
Yeah.
And a man who's
I remember that.
In the throes of alcoholism and then gets redeemed by some sort of higher calling. That could be Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr. Because, I mean, Robert Downey was uncastable before Iron Man came out. Yep. Nobody would put him in movies. He had legal problems. He had drug problems. And then all of a sudden, Marvel, Kevin Feige, before Kevin Feige was Kevin Feige and Marvel was as big as they are in the movie universe, took a chance on him, and he completely embodied Tony Stark.
Oh, yeah.
And it was for me, like, growing up reading Tony Stark, when I watched him on screen, I'm like, holy shit. Like, That's him. Tony Stark. Like, and it's not even like, obviously, a lot of people bash Downey because he's not really playing a character in the movie. Like, he's kind of just playing Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, but he is Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, though.
But, I mean, if look at his character development over the films. Like, if you look at the first Iron Man and the last Spider-Man Homecoming, you have two completely different characters, and he's gotten there organically.
Yeah.
Like, it's been through all of his events. He's learned things. He's lost people. Like, it's all these things that have added up to a character now who is so deep and complex, more so than the playboy, billionaire, genius philanthropist from the first movie.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the genius philanthropist Batman, Bruce Wayne.
Oh.
Because he has had no fucking growth.
He's never grown. He's always been the same.
It's funny, like, he literally hasn't. Like, every movie, like, if we're going by the Nolan trilogy, he hasn't. And that could have been one that was like a... that honestly could have kicked off a... what am I trying to say? Shared universe. That movie could have done it. Batman Begins. But it was like, what, 2005, I think it was? 2006?
2006.
And if the person that was spearheading that, had the same thought process that Kevin Feige did, they could have done it before Marvel, but they weren't thinking that way. They were just like, oh, we need to focus on Batman. It's like, you guys have so many fucking characters that you could do something with.
And they've got more iconic characters than Marvel does.
They do! And they never did anything.
Except for Green Lantern.
Oh.
The next question. How How balanced do you think all the characters will be? Because there's
92 people in the movie.
there is I believe it's 17 main characters in this film.
Jesus.
Main characters. Some of them.
What is it? A Gary Marshall film?
It's New Year's Eve of the apocalypse.
Valentine's Day.
So how well balanced do you think the characters will be? Do you think some characters will get more shine than others? Do you think it'll be completely well balanced? Do you think this will be a straightforward Thanos movie? Will this be a movie about the Avengers? Where do you think they're going to go?
I think it's going to be it's going to be as balanced as it can be with the main characters, because we've already had, like in Guardians 2, the girl with the antenna, Mantis. Yeah. Like we had her story that way. Like she was kind of characterized that way. I don't think we're going to have any more characterization of the main characters. I think it's going to be balance of like explaining how Captain America is, doing what he's doing after we had Civil War, the events of that, and how Iron Man is like, dealing with other things. Like it's going to be the main guys that are going to have the most, story. Yeah. We're not going to do an Age of Ultron, Black Widow delving into like her
Red Ledger
mythos. Yeah, we're not going to talk about her anymore. It's just going to be just fighting Thanos. I don't think there's going to be that much more characterization, but I think the balance is going to be between the main people.
Okay, that kind of leads into my next question.
What about you? What do you think?
I think the Russos have already shown a very deft hand at being able to balance characters really well. I think this is going to be it's going to be a Tony Stark story. Mainly because I think this is going to be the end of Tony Stark's story.
Well, I think so too. I think he's out of it.
I think he's going to die in this movie.
I think so too. I've been thinking.
If not just him and Captain America, Steve Rogers.
I was thinking so too.
So I think it's going to be a very much. I mean, and then it goes back to Tony Stark's vision from Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
When Scarlet Witch, made a vision. He was standing on top of everyone's dead bodies. Ever since then, he's carries the weight of that guilt on his shoulders. I think that'll culminate in his demise. Mm-hmm. Also, it helps the fact that Robert De Niro's contract's almost up.
Yeah.
So,
wait, he's just signed on for this one, right?
He's signed on for this one, end of Avengers 4. And I think that's all he's signed on for right now.
Here's my thing. I hate when they're doing like a part 1 and part 2. It's like,
that's why they changed it. Because apparently, it was called Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
They changed it because they felt like when the Russos redid the title for Avengers 4, it was a spoiler. So they're not naming it until after this movie comes out.
Do you know the title?
I don't know it yet. They haven't released it yet. They're not going to release it until probably. I'm assuming it would be after this weekend, just to give people time to see the movie.
Well, they better release it after I see it. I'll be pissed if they don't.
They might say, at the end of the title card, it always says the Avengers will appear again.
Yeah.
So I think they'll do that.
That would be cool.
Also, this leads into my other thing. Marvel has always had a bad guy problem.
Yeah, they have.
Except for Killmonger and Loki, they've never had a good bad guy. Hela was decent.
Yeah.
Kind of forgettable. Kurt Russell was decent. I can't remember. Ego. Again, kind of forgettable. Same kind of cookie cutter. Mm-hmm. I want to take over the world for no apparent reason.
But that was more like connected to Peter Quill to kind of.
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
It was all about fatherhood and,
But in the end, it boiled down to him just wanting to take over the world. And he was pissed that his son didn't go with him.
Well, you just use that as the fucking catalyst for explaining the backstory and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which is... that's a bummer.
Having said that, I do think they're going to focus a lot on Thanos in this movie.
Well, they have to. He's got no...
nobody knows who he is.
No one knows.
Aside from some cameos. I think we're going to really understand why. So the idea is Thanos wants to kill half the population of the universe.
Yeah.
And he has a specific reason for wanting to do that. In the comics, his reasoning is to impress the physical embodiment of death.
Yeah, which was Hela.
Some people say that Hela didn't actually die in Thor Ragnarok, and she may appear in this film.
That was my prediction actually when I saw Thor, because I did some researching and I was just like, oh, that's the reason he wants to. Oh,
yeah, he wants.
If that's what it is, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a really good motivation. I think it's a very good selfish motivation.
Yes,
because it's not the idea of like, I want to be conqueror of all this. It's that this guy is so infatuated with the idea of being in love and falling in love with the death, who in the Marvel comics is a woman. And she is like the herald of death, like the Grim Reaper.
I'd fuck her.
And the fact that he's just like, oh, I just want to impress this girl.
Yeah.
Let me get those stones, put it in this glove, half the world's gone. You like that?
Try some roses, you retard.
But I think they're gonna have to change that motivation for the movie. I don't think
Yeah.
it's very palatable for like a mainstream audience.
There's gonna be so many fanboys who are like, "That's stupid."
Oh my god, the movie right now on IMDb has a 9.7 or 9.2.
The Metascore is like
68 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Which is kind of high for a Metascore, especially for a tentpole action film like that.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know.
The Metascore is also
critics.
yeah. Well, critics have been generally positive about this movie.
Yeah, there's two of them that are. I read the things and they're just like, it's not what I expected.
I just want it. A lot of people have been saying though that it definitely doesn't. We're at 20 minutes already. Jeez.
Yeah.
A lot of people definitely have said that like
it sets up for part 2.
Well, not just that. There's a huge cliffhanger ending, which I think everybody expects.
And that's my thing is like, don't fucking do that. Just make one 4-hour movie. Why is it so hard for people to do?
To make a 4-hour movie, nobody's gonna sit through a 4-hour movie.
It's Avengers.
You and I would.
It's the Avengers.
That's not
Put an
me.
intermission.
Well, think about this though. You make a 4-hour film.
How did Hateful Eight do?
If you make not well. It's one of his like least grossing films of the last like decade.
God damn it, I'm wrong.
If you make a 4-hour film, you got to think about this from the studio standpoint. You make a 4-hour film, you've now cut the amount of times your film could be screened in half.
Oh, well, yeah, I get
You're
that.
not making any money.
So it's definitely a money thing. It's not, God, I got to make like a Blu-ray cut or something where it's like all
The
these
Zack
together.
Snyder cut of
Yeah.
Avengers.
That's what I want to see. I get it.
But yeah, so I mean, it's just fiscally irresponsible to make a 4-hour film.
I understand. It's just a
although this
bummer.
movie is 2 hours and 45 minutes. So it's long.
Okay, all right. A lot of CG.
Yeah, but at least Marvel does it good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
well, I don't know. Those rhinos in Black Panther were terrible.
okay, well, there was a lot of bad CGI in Black
Bad
Panther. That was
CG.
something I think a lot of people glossed over was how like cartoony. Even the fight between Killmonger and Black Panther looked real fake the whole time, which I thought was I didn't. Like
That one was okay. I was too focused on the rhinos above them.
Yeah.
On the green grass outside. I was just like, oh Jesus Christ, these rhinos don't look like actual animals that exist.
Well, they are.
I mean, they're extinct
they're
now.
gigantic rhinos. What is this podcast airing in 5 years?
I thought they were.
Rhinos? No, they're still.
There's like one left, right? The
You're
black
thinking of
rhino.
white rhinos.
White rhinos.
Yeah, regular rhinos. There's tons.
Yeah, gray rhinos. Those are fine.
Boring rhinos. The ones that Ace Ventura came out of their ass. Okay, so where is Hawkeye?
Hold on. We back to the last question because I don't think you finished it.
The Marvel bad guy problem.
Yeah.
I said. I think. Oh, you're right.
They're gonna explore.
I think that Thanos will be a very fleshed out bad guy. I think that he'll be just as good as Killmonger, if not better.
Okay.
I think he has to be. I mean,
Yeah.
for the idea that everything that's ever happened in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is nothing compared to Thanos.
Yeah.
Like he's the one thing in the universe that's supposed to be more intimidating. He's the guy who makes Loki fear.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, so this has to be a very good bad guy,
Yeah.
or else the movie doesn't work.
Exactly.
Now, what do you think about?
I agree with that. I'm bummed that he hasn't been that big of a part of it. Like he's been hinted at, but I don't have real fear of him because
You don't know the stakes yet.
It's fake, and yeah, I don't have this. There's no stakes yet,
Yeah.
so it's like once this movie comes out, then we'll have some stakes.
I also hope that they go.
A1
I hope
sauce.
that they go right into. I love a movie. So I saw A Quiet Place. You saw? Not
Yeah.
Quiet Place. Yeah.
John Krasinski,
Yeah, Quiet Place.
Jim from The Office. He was just
Yeah.
looking at the camera the whole time.
He doesn't see the movie. It's very good.
Be quiet.
But I like in movies like that where it's like you don't see the bad guy
Yeah.
until maybe the end, and you get
Like
hints of
Jaws.
it. I
Yeah.
think that Thanos needs to be the exact opposite. They need to put
Completely
him
agree.
front and center at the beginning of the film, and he needs to do something fucking nuts.
Yep.
It's got to be. He's got to like destroy a planet or something right at the beginning.
This is my prediction. It's kind of in the trailer, but Vision has to die, right?
I don't think Vision has to die.
But
I
what's
know
he
what you're
gonna-
getting at to
what's
get
he
the
gonna-
stone.
But like when the stone's taken out, what does he become a human? Which is impossible.
Well, there is a shot in the trailer of him
Being
as
a human. But maybe that's like a dream sequence.
This could be true too, but I do think he can survive without the stone.
Really?
I don't think the stone was directly responsible for him being alive. I think the Mind Stone brought him to life, and then Thor's thunder for some reason. And he's essentially a robot with not the Mind Stone in his head. Yeah, it's the Mind Stone, right?
I think so. It's the
No, the
brain.
Mind Stone's in the Tesseract.
No. It's the brain stem. Come on, guys. Why am I looking at the microphone?
I don't know. But no, the stone. I don't think the stone is responsible for him being alive.
But he was Jarvis, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He's
he's still
the
part. He's
computer.
still part of Jarvis. Yeah. Well, Jarvis's AI was coded onto that robot, the robot that Ultron built for his own self.
Yeah.
Jarvis's AI was imprinted into that.
Yeah.
And then Ultron was it the Mind Stone? It's the Mind Stone, right?
I think so.
put the Mind Stone in the robot to use with him when he becomes the robot.
Yeah.
But then Thor brought the robot to life with the thunder.
The thunder.
The thunder and lightning.
Thunder!
God of thunder!
Oh, very sparkles.
That's the second time we've done that.
We're going to do it every time.
But, so I don't think that he has to have the stone to stay alive.
All right.
I just don't feel like he would die yet. He's only been in 2 movies. I don't think he's not going to go forward. I mean, going forward, you need...
But he's like the only thing that could potentially help stop Thanos.
Well, unless Adam Warlock shows up.
Oh, boy. Well, so is Guardians 3 going to happen? When's that coming out?
Guardians 3 comes out before Avengers 4.
Okay.
I think. It comes out 2019, so same year.
Well, May 2019 is when Avengers 4 comes out.
So it might come out after. We should have the timeline up. But...
You should actually put this episode up tomorrow before the movie comes... Or tomorrow when the movie comes out, and then Sunday when the part 2 happens. I don't know if you want to put all this together, because like,
that's
this
not
is
a bad
really
idea.
good conversation.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I like that, yeah.
Garrett came up with something.
Two-parter.
Great.
That's what Kevin and I did with Batman vs. Superman.
Great. Now we don't have to fucking cut this one short.
Yeah.
We can keep talking.
All right.
I still would like to keep it under... Let's get 10 more minutes in.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. But...
Cut all that. Okay.
I like how we say cut all that and I never cut.
Oh, no. That's the funniest part of any podcast. We're going to cut that, and then you don't. It's funny.
So yeah,
they'll explore Thanos more.
Yeah, they're gonna dive into Thanos. He's gonna be a good bad guy.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, it's gonna be a fucking trash movie. But I don't think it's gonna be a trash movie.
A tragedy. Come on.
Tragedy. Okay. Our questioning here at the end leads me into my next question.
Nice.
This is all working out perfectly.
Love it.
Where is the Soul Stone?
Oh, you said where's Hawkeye? That was the.
Yeah, but we've not talked about the stone, so now I'm gonna go.
Oh,
where's
okay.
the Soul
I
Stone?
see. All right. So now it flows into it. The Soul Stone. Interesting. Maybe it's in Peter Quill. I don't know. I'm just talking. Maybe it's in Adam Warlock. I'm just talking out of my asshole. I don't know. So that's the one.
It's the
that's
one
missing.
stone that we haven't seen yet. We've seen every other stone. We've seen. You know, I'm gonna fucking make sure I know the names of all these stones.
Yeah. There's the mind, the fart.
Yeah, gotta love the fart.
The asshole stone. That one was fun.
Asshole.
I think that one was in Dennis Leary's first album, The Asshole Stone.
No, you're thinking of the secret track on Louis C.K.'s album that ended up on Dennis Leary's album.
Well, he stole from Bill Hicks. Oh, no, I see what you're saying. Yep, because Louis C.K. talks about how Dennis Leary stole that song from him.
Okay.
But, you know, Louis C.K. stole innocence from people, so... I don't know. It's whatever.
So the stones. There is the Space Stone, which is the Tesseract.
Yes.
So that's the stone that Loki uses to, like, you know...
Control Hawkeye.
Hawkeye and all that shit. Wait, no. The Space Stone is the Tesseract that's...
Oh, the blue...
It's the blue
yeah.
cube or whatever
Okay.
that Loki uses to bring the Chitauri to...
Yep,
Earth
to
or
the
whatever.
in the Avengers, in the events of the Avengers.
The reality... And that stone is currently... Well, at the end of Thor Ragnarok, it was... in the trophy room at Asgard.
Yeah.
But we're under the assumption that Loki stole that shit.
Yeah. Which, of course, he did.
He gave it a very steely eye when he saw it.
Yeah.
The Reality Stone, which is also known as the Ether in Thor: The Dark World.
Okay.
So that stone alters reality, essentially. It alters people's perceptions of reality. It's how Scarlet Witch was created, actually. Yeah, she got her powers from the Reality Stone. That's how she can mess people's minds and move matter and essentially be the most...
And fuck her brother.
Fuck him to death. Because he died. But
he did.
If you think about it, Scarlet Witch is the most powerful person in the MCU. Like, that woman can control matter. Like, you don't get more powerful than that.
That's true.
The Power Stone.
She can split the atom. She can split the Adam Warlock.
Oh,
I am
back to
crushing
Adam
it,
Warlock.
guys.
Ladies.
Crushing it.
The Power Stone. Which is the purple stone that's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, so the one that Peter Quill
he grabs with his hand.
Yep.
And then that stone is in Nova Corps' possession.
Nova Corps,
which I'm sure Thanos has murdered them already and taken the stone.
Yep.
Because if you've seen the trailer, which most of you I'm sure have seen the trailer, he's already got the Space Stone, which he gets somehow, and then he's already got the Power Stone.
So what was the Space Stone again? That's the Tesseract.
That's the Tesseract.
So
which we're assuming
in the trailer he already has that.
He has two stones. He has the Space Stone and the.
So I'm assuming that he gets it from the ship that Loki and all the Asgardians are on.
At the end of in the post-credit scenes in Thor Ragnarok, you see a giant ship come up on Thor's ship. And that's Thanos' ship.
So that's, okay.
And then you see in the trailer, hopefully you see in the trailer, a scene where Loki is handing the Tesseract to Thanos.
Okay. And then there's also a scene where Thor gets with the Guardians. So they're probably just floating around space. And then that's probably the first, fifth of the movie.
I know Thor.
That has to be the first.
I think Thor is going to forge a new hammer.
Because there's toys on the shelves that are like a thing. It's like an axe, basically.
Okay.
And that's like his thing from the movie.
So we've got the Mind Stone, which is the yellow stone that's in the head of Vision. Mm-hmm. So currently we know where that stone is. It's in the fucking face of Vision.
Yep.
And at some point, Thanos has got to rip that shit out.
It's going to get taken out.
The Time Stone, which is the Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange.
Yep.
So he has that, obviously in Doctor Strange's possession. At the Sanctum Sanctorum in New York. And then the Soul Stone is the only stone we don't have. Everyone thought it was going to be in Wakanda. It wasn't, apparently.
No.
So we don't know. I have no guess as to where it is.
It's inside Bucky's arm. They put it there, and then they put the robot arm on it.
And he doesn't even know.
No, he doesn't even know.
Pretty shitty for Bucky.
But he doesn't have the robot arm anymore, right? Got torn off.
He does in the trailer for Avengers.
Oh.
Come on. Shuri is like the smartest person in the MCU. I'm sure she can build him another arm.
I bid you another arm. Pretty good.
Oh, what are those? It's a new arm. It's a new arm.
That's so funny.
There's a clip actually in Avengers, the clip that I saw on Jimmy Kimmel of Shuri correcting Bruce Banner.
Oh.
He does something.
That's
he comes to some equation and she just says, "Oh, that is incorrect," and she tells him the right equation and shit. And I'm like, you know what? You go, Shuri.
That's fun. I like her. She's fun.
She's fantastic. She stole the movie. Also, do you watch The Walking Dead?
No.
Or have you ever watched The Walking Dead?
No, I have never.
Okay, well, never mind. I got my mind blown the other day when I realized that the character, whose name I can't remember her name in the movie, Black Panther, but his general, the bald one.
Yeah, she's in Walking Dead. She's the main black girl.
I didn't know because she always has dreadlocks and shit in Walking Dead, and she's fucking bald in Black Panther.
Yeah, I went on. I did a little IMDb surfing, and I
shout out IMDb. Give us some money.
Internet movie data boobs.
Boobs.
Oh. Didn't even look, guys. So back on track.
Soul Stone.
Soul Stone. So do you have any predictions as to where you think it is?
I think it's in Wakanda. I just think that I mean, there's a big battle in Wakanda. And I feel like it has to be there. Like, that's got to be the end of the movie or something. I just think that maybe he doesn't know where it is. Maybe there's an elder somewhere who does know, but they haven't told him.
So how does Thanos know all these things?
Well, he's got the Black Order, which is his cronies. 4 bad guys whose names I can't remember right now. I can look it up.
Stan Lee's in there, right? What if Stan Lee dies in this movie?
What if Stan Lee dies in real life?
Well, he will. They'll just CGI him. If I was Stan Lee, I would immediately just be like, yeah, sure, take everything.
That's a great Stan Lee impression.
I'll take care of these. That's from Thor. That's from Thor.
I got a package for a Tony Stank.
Guys, I got more stories.
Okay, so the Black Order is essentially...
I didn't know I could do a Stan Lee. That's pretty bad.
The Black Order is essentially Thanos' cronies. So you've got the Black Dwarf, Corvus Glaive, Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight, great name, Proxima Midnight.
Who is playing... Who?
And Supergiant.
Oh.
Which is kind of an...
Who's playing these people?
They're all CGI, I think.
Interesting.
You're going to probably hate it, but...
I might.
But, so I think that these people do recon for Thanos, and I think that somehow they find out about it.
Recon?
Yeah, it's recon. Not redcon, is that what you're thinking?
Reconnaissance, right?
Yeah, recon. Oh, recon's a word.
No, recon is, but I just, the word is reconnaissance, but I never heard of reconnaissance.
You never heard people say recon? They go off on recon?
No, I've never thought of it.
Hey, listeners, let us know what you think, if recon is a word.
I know it definitely is. It's an abbreviation of the word reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance mission?
I've never said reconnaissance, though. I feel like I'm gay. I don't know.
We're going to get a big support from the LGBTQ community.
Yeah. We'll add some letters.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's in Wakanda. That's my only...
That's a good...
I don't see where else it could be. I mean, maybe on another planet, but that wouldn't make sense. We're not going to care about another planet, you know what I mean? Alderaan.
Alderaan?
That's
Alderaan.
Oh, God. It's terrible. That planet got destroyed a long time ago.
He's going to time travel.
In a galaxy.
Far away.
And then my last question, which is the most burning telling question that everyone in the world wants to know: where the fuck is Hawkeye? Hawkeye has been in no marketing for this film. No trailers, no posters. Oh, I think he's in it. Here's what I think. Well, what's your opinion? Where do you think Hawkeye is?
I think he was off filming that new movie that's coming out.
Tag.
And he's not in it.
Because I'm sure Tag pays more money than Marvel.
Well, he was also filming Mission Impossible.
Is he in the new one?
Pretty sure.
I haven't seen him in any trailers.
He's not in the trailers. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Maybe he's not then.
Maybe he's playing Hawkeye.
Why wouldn't they put him in that?
In the new Mission Impossible?
Yeah, that looks good.
I mean, he got a pretty small role in the last one anyway.
He was in it, though.
Yeah, but I mean, the idea for him when they first introduced him was he was going to replace Tom Cruise.
Oh, I didn't know that was true.
Yeah, he was going to replace Tom Cruise, but then Tom Cruise was like,
I'll keep doing it.
I'm going to keep doing these.
I'm 95. I'm going to keep doing it.
He's like late 50s.
Dude, he broke his ankle.
He did, jumping off from
building to building. And it's in the movie.
Yeah, well, what wouldn't it be?
Oh, that's so cool. All right. But where is Hawkeye?
So Hawkeye in the comics, so there's two separate Infinity Stones, Infinity Gems comics. Yeah. There's the Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet. Infinity Gauntlet is what this movie is loosely based on. Yeah. Infinity War is a whole comic run. So Infinity Gauntlet is like a big, thick comic, one long story. Mm-hmm. Infinity War is about like a 10 comic arc. In the Infinity War comic, Hawkeye becomes Ronin. Not to be confused with Ronan the Accuser.
Yeah.
But he becomes Ronin. And it happens after his family is all murdered. And then he kind of goes rogue. And then, like, he's not single-handedly, but very instrumental in the downfall of Thanos.
God, I hope that doesn't happen, because now it's spoiled.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's spoiled. I mean, that's just a comic.
I know, but I don't follow the comics.
Oh, well. I don't think that'll happen. But I do think that he's being held out of the marketing because he's going to be a surprise somehow. I think he might turn into Ronin. I don't think his family's going to get murdered.
I hope not. They're so nice.
Yeah, they're very nice. But I do think they're holding it as a surprise. And I think that it's a huge win for the Russos if they are, because a lot of times things get spoiled in trailers. Mm-hmm. Like fucking Thor Ragnarok. Taika Waititi did not want Hulk to be shown in any of the marketing for that movie. And then Marvel's like, well, no, we're going to show Hulk. Because the idea was supposed to be a surprise that Hulk was the grand champion.
Yeah.
And then, the marketing came out and it was, oh, fucking Hulk is here.
Well, yeah, the new trailers that are coming out for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
It's the whole fucking movie.
It's the whole movie.
It's the whole goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Like, the whole plot. I know the whole movie.
And then, sorry to go off on a tangent, but I'm really pissed about this. Colin Trevorrow, he's on Twitter and people are tweeting at him being like, you're giving away the whole trailer, or the whole movie in the trailer. And then he replied to someone, he's like, mark my words, the last third is like a horror show or whatever. It's just, we don't care about that, dude.
Yeah, we don't want to know.
We care about the fucking events of the movie.
But the problem is the directors have no effect or no control over the trailers.
Yeah, but he's trying to spin it as in like the first trailer that came out. He's like, it's not showing it. That's all from the first 2/3 of the movie or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then now that the new trailers are coming out, they're giving away the third. Yeah. And then he's like, it's all gonna be scary. It's like, fuck, you fucking retard. Let
us find that out on our own.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
No, I agree, but I mean that's the problem with like big budget things. Yeah. Unless you own the production company, you're not going to be able to control like J.J. Abrams owns the production company. He owns Bad Robot that distributes his films. Bad Robot also is the people that control the trailers for the movie, which is
and that's why the Star Wars trailers are.
Yeah, well, that's because they own the majority of it over LucasArts and Disney.
Yeah.
Disney's always been pretty good with trailers, though. They usually don't give away.
Yeah,
most
that's
of their
legit.
Stuff.
That's true.
So I think that when it comes to Marvel, you've got these directors who make these great films, but then they're not in control of anything else.
But isn't Disney distribution for Marvel as well? Or Marvel owns more stock than Disney does?
Disney owns Marvel, but Marvel has full creative control over their properties.
That's good.
So, like, Disney owns them, but, like, Marvel has the last say on, like, what kind of marketing and all that kind of stuff.
Interesting. So doesn't it seem like Marvel owns Disney? it's all these
I do feel like Marvel makes the most money for Disney.
It's so fascinating because, like, all these different companies own all these different conglomerates and shit, and it's just like, you realize there's only 6 companies that run the entire world, right?
Yeah. It's by and large.
Yeah. It's great. Like, GE owns NBC, and then it's like, yeah, you can make fun of us on 30 Rock. That's fine.
I loved that they made fun of GE so much on 30 Rock.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay, so we're coming on 40 minutes here.
I'll come on 40 minutes.
That's a long come.
Hot baby.
So this is part 1. I'll upload this tonight.
All right, that works.
Okay. This is part 1.
Call it Infinity Gauntlet. God, I'm funny.
So this is part 1. We will see I'll see the movie tonight. Garrett will see it Saturday.
Sadly.
We'll be back Sunday with part 2 of how we felt about this movie.
Yeah, I'm excited. Now I'm bummed because like we're talking about it. Now I want to go see it.
I get to see it.
I know you do.
But I gotta wait till 10:30 tonight.
Oh my god. I could go see it at 11:55 and just not tell Jackie. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
Well, now she knows.
I love her so
Unless
much.
she doesn't listen to our podcast.
She won't listen, but it's true. I mean, I love her.
Okay, you got a little outro music for us?
Let's see what I can do. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Who the hell are you guys?